Well, welcome back. In this session, I'm going to be painting this field of flowers, and Gina, my collector, has asked me to do a field of pansies, and she originally said white and red violets, and then we were going to do deep purple, blue purple, and deep blues, violets in these lupines here. And so I'm going to start on this field in the background, and these trees here, you can see there's a little hill here. So behind this hill, I'm going to come in and just kind of make that a grassy, just growies back there, nothing, just kind of nondescript. Because that little deer back there is what they call a piebald deer. And he's going to have white on him. In fact, both of these fawns are going to be piebald fawns. So I'm just kind of making this greens and little darker colors back here. That also then plays up the sunset on the water. And those kind of grassy area back there. Just kind of make that, and that follows this hill line. Then that's going to be the pansies, the white and blue purples and red purples, and kind of work carefully around my sketch here. He's going to start being in this field of pansies. And I originally just blocked in that field with some soft purples and blues, just so I can let some of those flowers poke through this green. And you can see my sketch, the original sketch was done up with my mud, which is 2 parts of ultramarine blue and 1 part of alizarin crimson. And that's dry. I mixed it with liquid, which thins it, and that's dry. So now I can come back where I paint over, if I paint over my sketch, like on the buck here, I can just come back and lift that color off of my sketch so that I don't lose my sketch. And same with my little fawn here on his legs. And we're going to have some of these blues and just again, this is a field of flowers, and these making a mixture of, this is magenta. It's a special color that I don't normally have on my palette, but it makes a beautiful red purple. And so I'm going to use a little bit of that plus white. And that makes just a nice soft little pinky red purple. I'm adding just a tiny bit of dioxazine purple into that. That's also a special color that I get. We've always used the Winton oils. It's a Winsor by Winsor Newton. We get them in these great big tubes, 200 milliliters. And because we use a lot of paint, and that's a very good quality. They call it a student grade paint, but it's a very good quality paint, rich colors. And Jack and I have used those for years. He used these colors on, he used these paints for $60,000 portraits, so there's nothing wrong with this paint. Now I'm just kind of smush my color around back here. And these again are light lavenders and little purples, and these are my pansies in the distance. Up in here then I'm going to show my pansies closer, and I have daisies marked there, but actually that's going to be my pansies. As I come closer, my green is a little bit warmer. The green in the background is phthalo blue plus cadmium orange and plus white, and it's more phthalo blue in it. As I come closer, there's more of the orange in it, and I've actually even added a little bit of cadmium yellow medium. And lots of times I've found that cadmium orange is not available. When I go to purchase my paint, there will be a cadmium orange hue, but I would not recommend using that. It turns pink. It's just, I don't know what it is, but if you cannot purchase the cadmium orange, you can make it. And it's 2 parts of the cadmium yellow medium and 1 part of cadmium red light. And that's, in fact, I mix mine most of the time. Now I'm coming back behind this baby's ears with some of that red purple because his ears are white. And so I want a little bit of darker color in there to accentuate his ears. Not real dark. But now let's see, that line of the hill comes down here, so it'll come down. And that'll give me the dark right in here. But I just bring a lot of color in here. And then this hill here is going to be then the warmer greens. Let me mix a little more white into this. And start moving forward. I'm not going to worry about these daisies up here, or these, I'll say it in a minute. I wrote daisies, and I'm saying daisies, but actually that's supposed to be pansies. And there's outcroppings of rocks in here, and that's what these are. I use this big brush. This is called a bright brush. It's a square tip, which I really prefer to use. And I can just block that color in. Again, these are some of those softer whites and little magenta. I'm going to have dark lupines up here, so I want these flowers to be a little bit lighter. I want them to pop up in front of my buck there. I'm going to bring a little grass in behind him. Oops, that's way too dark. I'm going to go to a little smaller brush. This is a lot smaller. I don't want one that small. Here we go. Just let those flowers. And at that distance, the flowers are not going to have much detail, but we just want to get the color out there. I'm not going to worry about painting around the side of the canvas at this point. I just want to get this covered in and around my deer. You can see how I can use the corner of that square brush to get right in there. You can actually get some pretty fine detail with these bigger brushes. Come down in here. I'm going to let some grass, quite a bit of grass be in here, because with that red cardinal, we want the contrast of the complementary color. Red and green are complementary colors. So the green around him is going to make him appear brighter. And I'll bring some flowers in here, but this he and the deer are kind of checking each other out. We'll have a little deeper greens in here. And I want to bring a little green back in here behind his shoulder. And again, I can come back and I'll add some darks, I'll add some different shades in here. This is phthalo blue plus white. That just brings some coolness back in here. Gives you some little color surprises in there, just some nice variations. Some of that purple in here. Now you can see I can just lift that color off of his leg here. Get these flowers blocked in. I just want to get a lot of color up on the canvas right now. Now these lupines are going to come up in here, so I'm not too worried about that. I do want this to be a little bit lighter in here. More of that warmer green. We'll have a few flowers as we come up the pansies in here. Just have a lot of nice, pretty color in here. As we come closer, we start getting the shapes of the little pansies. So this is pretty well blocked in. I really thank you for watching my YouTube videos. I'll have a continuation on this, so please come and watch part 2. And just thank you very much. If you want to follow the complete process of this painting, as well as others I do, please visit my blog. The link is in the description below. The address is also on the final frame of my video. So thank you again, and come watch part 2.